going on, everyone? Welcome back. And today I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some drift mods, or just say mods to our drift car that I have accumulated already. So far we've got a one-piece aluminum drive shaft. We've got a strut bar for front and rear. We've got solid subframe collars for our rear subframe. I mean, we've got a couple diff bushings and stuff, but that's still not something that we're into yet until we get our other diff welded or shimmed and new diff installed. This is just for the time being until that gets done for this spring. So I wanted to bring you guys a little video, for now at least, because we're about to get hit with a big cold spell, and it's going to be single digits, if not negative temperatures, plus wind. We had these the past couple years. It got down to real feel of negative 40 or so. So yeah, we're also gonna sorry, I just seen my old lady's mom. We're going to switch up our wheels as well, because these ones are trash. I'm not the whole alignment deal. I've got one wheel off balance, the wheel shakes all the time. I'm just going to sort that out. Maybe I'll bleed my brakes today while I got everything off, just because I have had an anti-lock light on for quite some time. So enough of the chit chat. Let's go get us some E85 and let's get to work. Alrighty, so we've got our parts here that we're going to be installing today. We've got our front sway bar. That one's our rear, not sway bar, strut bar. This is the front, that's the rear. That's our new aluminum one-piece drive shaft. And we've got a box of rear subframe collars. So this should be all pretty straightforward. So I think our first plan of attack, obviously this will need to come out. Just pop it off. I mean, there's a bolt or screw right down there for it. We will also need to be removing this so we get access to this. You also probably need to remove your quarter window pieces to get this out. That was weird lighting. Mine were already out, so that's not really something that I get to do, fortunately. And it's also nice because those panels are really annoying. As you can tell, you've got to remove the hatch strut to be able to pull it off. It's quite annoying. But other than that, we've got, let's see if we can peel this carpet back. I guess it's all already unbolted. It's all just sitting in here. Wow. That makes it kind of nice, I guess. So we'll just take the middle off, take this corner off, which anyways, they are just usually Phillips. Maybe you got 10 mil bolts down here. There will be one right here. Here we go. Oops. Oh, sad, it's broken. Not like it's gonna get removed anyways. We've got a little stud down here right underneath this. I just got it. You also have this here seat hook that goes through here. So one side is done. You will just continue to the other side and do the same thing. I just noticed the ABS unit kind of looks like a starter. That's kind of funny. But we've got both panels off. All you'll do here is remove your two nuts from both sides and just lay the strut bar on. This one is kind of adjustable, you could say. I know these are not technically practical as they still flex. Maybe I'll just have it welded. yeah. So yeah, we'll just pull these couple bolts off and she'll lay in here. Yes, so to tighten this bolt, just impacted it on. And you can kind of see on the camera, it's just totally shiny and stripped out. So luckily, I hit this screwdriver underneath to kind of push it up, so I'd have some force on it since it was stripped out where it was at completely, and kind of lifted it off. But now, issue I've got is damaged threads, so I mean, may just find another nut to hold it somewhat, but it at least has the other one. And there she is. So that was kind of a little more labor intensive than I anticipated. The brackets here, turns out this thing I think is homemade, but these brackets here I had to grind it out so it would fit around this, I don't even know what to call it. This stud is stripped to crap. Oh yeah, I guess I already told you guys about that, sorry. As far as this side, all good. Torque down, tighten. You can tighten this bar itself to tighten the chassis. And then there is a nut here. You will tighten that towards the bar and it will keep it from moving. So we will get a wrench that works for that and get it tightened out and move to the front. Now we're going to have to start with the front end, and all that consists of is removing 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts, and same thing, just simply slipping this over top and tightening the nuts back down. I hope I didn't just fail this whole one out. This is not fitting for the front, so maybe this whole time I thought I had a front and I have 2 rears. Go figure. If that's the case, I'm gonna go sit this on the back, test it, and we'll know. Yeah, I'm a total idiot. This goes on the back. I remember now because these were from 2 different cars. They didn't come from the same one. So, that's my luck. I guess maybe we need to source one now, see if we can find a good one that's actually solid. Go ahead and put our 4 nuts back on and see about getting the car up on some blocks and maybe getting this drive shaft changed. So we just pulled the X pipe out. Now, all we gotta do under here is pull these 2 17 mil bolts off and the 4 14 mil on the drive shaft, and then we can swap our drive shaft. It's that easy. And here's this bad boy, 2-piece out. Now lay this away somewhere because I know I'll need another 5-speed, at least front half of this drive shaft. I only say that because I don't have any other 4-seaters right now. But let's get to cleaning the end of this up and stuffing her in. What you want to do is make sure your transmission's in neutral, so that way you can spin your drive shaft and line up your differential bolt holes to your flange right there. Our aluminum drive shaft is in officially. So now, next step, I think I'm going to leave the car on the blocks overnight. Tomorrow, first things first, before it storms and starts to snow and get super cold, I'm going to drop the subframe, all 4 of these mounts here, this one, and there's 2 more in the rear, and I'm going to insert or install the aluminum subframe collars. So then hopefully that'll fix, you know, some wheel hop, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the issue. It's got a couple other weird finicky things, but we're losing daylight now, so I think it's best to start getting cleaned up, and we'll catch you tomorrow. So now I guess the rain has started a little early. It did get pushed back, however, we've got a slight mist here. We have already got our we've got our two rear subframe bolts loose. It took two 17 millimeters. There's one, but both of them were 17. We got this one here. We've got this one here. That mount right there. And that mount there. So pretty much all we're going to do is get to removing these. We're loosening these to drop the subframe down as far as we can, so we can slip these in over the top, and these here on the bottom. So won't be able to record that much obviously because of the water, but let's get to it. So I will say, first and foremost, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Second, you need something to pry the subframe. I used pretty much this, two extensions, and placed it between the body and the subframe to pry it downwards to get enough room to be able to actually slip the collar in, because it's got a little lip that it has to go over from where it's recessed, and if it's not low enough, you'll just sit there and fight it. But you can kind of see here, up here, and there, we have got all four corners done. So pretty much what I'm going to do now is get the torque wrench, the factory service manual. I'm going to see how tight I need to tighten these four nuts, or bolts. Yeah, they are nuts, sorry. And then we can get to throwing our exhaust here back on. So if you can see here on this subframe, this here collar sticks out a little bit higher than this, and you need to get this down so you can fit the cup and the piece that sits down in here inside of here. And that's really all there is to it. Alright, so we just got our four subframe nuts torqued down. We just went to 100 foot-pounds. If you look here in the factory service manual, this one states 98 to 118. I don't know why I did 100. I mean, I highly doubt that it's going to work its way off at that amount of pressure. But anyways, also I couldn't find in the service manual anywhere where it showed for the rear ones, like a separate torque spec. So I assumed them both to be the same. I did them all four at 100 because I couldn't find that. I mean, I just had to think they're all roughly the same thing. All the subframe collar sets were the same, so why wouldn't it work? Also, the other four 14 mil nuts are 25 to 32. Figure, can't forget that. I just put them real nice and snug. I'm sure the subframe will be coming out relatively soon at some point anyways, to completely be redone or be swapped with a new one. So whatever, we're gonna go ahead and get our X pipe back in and get this thing lowered down, and hopefully we should be able to drive it and get some tests going on. And also we need to go get some more Christmas presents. Yeah, 3 days till Christmas and I'm not done shopping. Now we have got said X pipe installed with new gaskets, ready to let this down and let it rip. So we're swapping these beads over. However, what we got to do before we swap them on is, you can tell this brake rotor is backwards, so we're going to flip both the fronts, get these drilled and slotted parts lined up correctly, and get these wheels back on. Alright, so now we're officially about to go for our test drive. We've got all our wheels switched over. We've got each of the tires aired up to 30 psi. It's about a 30-mile trip one way, so I have no choice but to hope everything is well. That's what I get for procrastinating. Alright everyone, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I really just wanted to get you guys out a video today, or at least for this week, because this storm is supposed to come through that I'm hearing oh so terrible things about. I can't guarantee what it's going to do, but I know we have at least 3 days of single digit, if not negative weather. It's going to be relatively hard to work out here in a non-sealed environment. However, that's not entirely going to keep us from getting things done. It will at least come out here, clean up, reorganize, do a couple things so we can just be ready to go right when we get everything back together, and so we can be ready to go right when the snow's gone and it warms up a little bit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Not entirely how much you guys can see here, but I'm just now on my way back from grabbing that Christmas gift cards, and I can't see a dang thing. Everyone's driving super slow. I took the highway so I could get back quick, and you know, that's just my luck. The slower they drive, you know, the worse it's gonna get. I'm not saying to drive fast, but you definitely don't have to drive 35, right? Ridiculous. To the point I can't even take off. If I downshift, my car spins out. Well, it's negative 10 degrees outside right now. I've got my own custom over fenders here going on. Yeah, we're completely iced up. It's cold. I didn't get to sorry about the wind. I didn't get to record much last night on my way back. It was a very sketchy drive, and I needed both hands. I couldn't see but 20 feet, and well, my HIDs really suck. So we're just gonna come out here, get a few things done, cleaned up, and make some kind of use out of today, even though we can't do much else. Absolutely everything frozen. My nose hair is frozen already. I did also forget to mention, I want to give a huge shout out to Andrew for the drive shaft. It was a super deal of a hookup. Saved me a couple $100 on one brand new, so that way we can funnel some other funds into other areas of the build. So again, thank you, man. Check out his channel, it's in the description down below. He's got an LS Swap Z, so if that's what you're into, give him a subscription. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, we're gonna end it here. We'll catch you in the next one. If you like what you see, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.